Good morning. I wanted to do a video on what I woke up thinking about this morning. So, this is on tough love and godly love. And okay, so I wanted to kind of go over a little bit of what tough love feels like, because I think a lot of the times tough love gets disguised, and it's actually abuse, and it gets called tough love, but it's abuse. It's not tough love. So I want to help some of you know the difference, because I didn't know the difference. So I excused a lot of very bad behavior away with, oh, it's tough love. Oh, it's tough love, because I didn't know what godly tough love was. I just knew what I was being told by people what tough love was. So I want to help you identify it, because if you were like me, I couldn't. So here's what tough love, from when it's done in the way that Jesus would want it done, this is how it feels. Picture like a sports game, and before I don't know anything about sports, so like before that sport is played, the coaches say like a speech to the team, right? And then everyone's all jazzed up and feel encouraged, and they're ready to go. So a tough love, the way Jesus wants it to feel, it would be encouraging. It would lift you up. It would warm your spirit. It would give you this fighter, like, yeah, I could do it. You'd feel encouraged. You'd feel motivated. You'd feel empowered. You'd feel this can-do attitude that, I got this, and this certainty that comes with it, and you feel good after tough love. So that's what you really want to look for, is how you feel when tough love is happening. Like, do you feel like yes? Do you feel ready to take on the world? Do you feel excited? Do you feel enthusiastic? Do you feel like, I got this, and do you feel like that talk made you, 10 times more like uplifted, right? That's tough love. That's how tough love is supposed to feel. And I haven't felt actual tough love besides some close, family, friends, and relatives. I haven't felt it from like a romantic person ever in my life, like godly tough love, I was told, I was getting tough love, but it was abuse. And, what tough love doesn't feel like, if after you feel shame, if you feel sad, if you feel hard on yourself, if you feel not good enough, if you feel like I have to try harder, but it's coming from a place of hurt, not enlightenment, so really pay attention. If you feel sad or negative or drained or anything that doesn't make you want to smile, it's not tough love, it's abuse. So stand up for yourself and nip that behavior in the butt right now, and don't let people treat you that way, or you might get some of this going on. So don't do it. So it's been this incredible healing journey I've been on with God, and it's been physical, it's been spiritual, and it's been emotionally healing. There's been a ton of trauma healing that I've been walking through, and one of the areas that I really needed reconciliation and healing was learning how to be loved, like the Corinthians type of love, like learning how to receive healthy love. And that's something, that God's been working on in my life. And I'm just really, really thankful for the people he puts in my life, and my spiritual, my brothers from like church and stuff, that they speak life over me, and speak me up, and what to accept, what not to accept, and give feedback. And my pastors, and he's been putting all these people in my life to raise my standard, and make sure that I'm keeping myself a high valued woman of God, that accepts love that's love, not love that says it's love, you know, and that's why I'm just saying, like, let Jesus pick out your partner, because you could keep trying and trying and trying, and you're just hurting your soul, and it's never, ever, ever gonna work out, because there's who is made for you, and there's everyone else. So everyone that wasn't that one person that God made for you is gonna be the wrong person. So you're gonna get hurt every single time. So you gotta just stop and really surrender in that area, and save yourself some heartache. And people are like, it's worth the wait and this and that, and you'll know when you know. And my big thing was, you don't know when you know, because then you'd never make a mistake. Nobody knowingly goes into a relationship saying, this is gonna fail, let me do it. Like, so I'm like, that doesn't make sense, and it would blow my mind. And for the first time in my life, I know what that means. It means that who God made for you is gonna understand you at your deepest level. They're going to love you the way God made men to love women. They're gonna treat you a way that Jesus is gonna look at them and be like, thank you, son, for loving that woman the way I designed men to love women. If Jesus isn't looking at them smiling like, I'm glad that that's who is with my daughter, then they're not for you, right? And we need to really surrender and understand that we don't know best. We never will. We never have. And the sooner we figure that out, the sooner we could get aligned with our destiny and partner up with God and get joy and get happiness and get healing. And I'm healing every single day, and in leaps and bounds. And it's just been an incredible thing. There's so much more I could say on it, a million things, but the right partner, there's not going to be that confusion. There's not going to be that heartache, that back and forth, and are they right, are they not, and not knowing, and God, I can't really tell if they're for me, give me a sign, because the 10,000 red flags weren't signs enough. Give me one more. One of the things that I used to love when I was a kid was Ed Hardy, because all of the stuff says like love kills or love hurts, and I was just under the impression my whole life that love is supposed to hurt and supposed to be an emotional roller coaster, and you're supposed to cry and fight, and anything worth doing is hard. Parenting is hard, but there's a difference between hard and then just not being with the right people, so I would just really tell everyone, just stop trying to control your own life, because not only is it never worth it, but when you let God step in, you'll see that there's not one aspect of your life that you could do better in any way. Like when you close your eyes, and if you picture everything you could ever want to feel in your heart and soul, there's one way you're getting there, and that's through Jesus. Because unless he's picking out your partners, your friends, your time, your schedules, your work, your parenting, unless he's leading everything you're doing, you're not getting the best in any category he's not leading. So that's why it's so important to not let the devil have footholds in your life, because anything you're doing in sin, the devil has a foothold in that area, and God can't be in that area if you're letting that area be consumed by not God's will for your life in that area. So there was stuff I didn't understand, through the years. Like one of the things was, my spiritual parents believed in waiting for your first night at marriage to be the first night you slept with your partner. And I was like, guys, it's a different time period. Like, it doesn't work like that, you know? You don't meet a guy and say, hi, nice to meet you. We're gonna date, get to know each other, and we won't be doing anything till our wedding night. That doesn't fly with a lot of the guys in society, and women, you've probably been seeing this. But here's the thing, with the right men, it does. The right men do wait till marriage. The right men don't try to shortcut, you know, anything. They do things the right way, and they want to do things the right way, and want to they want to please God, and they want to please God by treating you the way God wants you treated, and by them and you coming into an alignment with giving the devil a foothold by not waiting to marriage. Jesus isn't going to be able to move in your relationship the way he would if you're not doing that, because now as you're facing relationship problems, it's not going to be the same blessing of God, because he can't get fully in and work. It's not that he wants to punish you and he's shaking his finger. It's that he can't get fully in and work in any area you haven't surrendered. So if you're living any area of your life in sin, you haven't surrendered that to him. So I've never done that in the past, and you see what that did for me, you know. And you know, don't sell yourself short, you know. And if he's not willing to wait, he's not the one, because God did not make you the perfect man and say, ooh, but he's not gonna be willing to wait, sorry, so you're just gonna have to sin. It's not gonna be like that, you know. Women, if you're walking with Jesus, he's gonna make sure you have someone that you're equally yoked with, and is that has his heart the way you have his heart, right? Being equally yoked is so important. So that's why if you're going to church alone, not if it's because they don't have, you know, if they have work or something and they can't, that's different. But if they're sitting home and letting you go to church alone and having nothing to do with your walk with Jesus, and you just have completely different relationships with God and not equally yoked whatsoever, you're die hard for God and in church, and they're like, Jesus who? He ain't real. That's not for your life. God wants you equally yoked. Like, that's why you get a church family, because iron sharpens iron, and the deep calls to the deep. And we're meant to have, you know, relationships that sharpen our lives. And yeah, you still walk with people that aren't, you know, on your thing. I'm not saying you don't be friends and associates and spend times with them. I'm saying when you're picking the partner for your life, that's the second most important decision of your life. The first is following Jesus, and the second is who you choose as your partner for life. Or I shouldn't say who you choose, but who you surrender to God to let bring into your life. That's the second most important decision in your entire life. So yeah, you want to be 100% equally yoked there. So I'm gonna get going. I'm feeling pretty good, actually, which is really nice. So this morning I woke up, and I thought of something, you know, when I first woke up, and I just started smiling, and I felt good. And it's good to feel good. And Saturday I have a beautiful day planned. I won't be posting at all. I'm gonna be just living in the day, enjoying it, and really looking forward to that. And that's it. So have a wonderful day. It's Thursday, almost the weekend, and yeah, so Thursday, Friday, so 48 more hours about. Unless we're counting today, then I guess it's like 72, but today started, I guess, like 7 hours ago, so maybe not 72. I'm not gonna start doing math because it's like can't do it the way I used to, so people are like, well, those numbers are not lining up, Ash. You know, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Nope. All right, well, I'm gonna do some karaoke and just thank Jesus for waking me up today with, you know, a happy heart and a peaceful soul and spirit, and pain levels that are the lowest they've been in quite some time. So I'm just gonna bask in the glory of God and thank him for all that he's done, all that he's doing, all that he's still gonna do, and for working good out of all things. And, you know, just keep praising him for the storm that he brought to completely transform my life into everything I could have ever prayed for or wanted. So, you know, just if you're in your storm, tell Jesus thank you, and start lining up with him and walking with him, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, you'll never ever ever regret it. So bye.